Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earlier session, we had started with a listbox widget in Tkinter. So we had seen what a listbox is. So the listbox widget is used to display a list of items from which user can select one or more items depending on the configuration. So basically it's a widget which has a list of items in it and user can select one or more items depending on the configuration. So we had seen what the syntax is, some of the important options under the list box. And in the code, we had seen four methods as to how to add items into the list box. The first one was with the insert function in list box wherein we can give the index values and the item names and the items get added into the list box. Here we used to specify the index as 0, 1, 2. The second method was by using the index equal to end so that it was added to the end of the earlier details. And the third one was with the help of a for loop. All the values of all the items in a list, iterating over the list and adding it into the list box. And the fourth one was with a counter on item. Initially counter will be 0, then we'll add an item. Counter increments by 1 every time and we add the subsequent items from the list. So this is what we had seen in a earlier session. And in this session, let's see how we can give an entry box and user can enter the city name and that particular city will be added into the list box when user clicks on the add button. So basically initially I'm having a label which says list of important cities and I'm placing it on the main window. Then I'm having the list box placed in the main window. Let us run this particular code and see what happens. So we get the label that is list of important cities and we get an empty list box because we have not added any items into it. So now in this particular code, let us give an entry box. Entry widget is a text widget. It's similar to a text widget wherein user can type the city name and click on the add button and that particular city gets added into the list box. So this functionality we'll see it in this particular session. And also one more thing, after adding the items, suppose we select any of the item and press the delete button, then that particular item will be deleted from the list box. So adding and deleting we will see in this particular session. So here I'm having a label widget which is having list of important cities and an empty list box. Now let's have an entry widget saying entry 1 equal to entry. Place it in the main window and text variable is equal to, let us say it as text. So whatever value user enters in the entry box will be captured in the text variable which is equal to text. So text is basically a Tkinter text variable. So we have to say text equal to string var. So it is basically a string variable because it is holding cities, the name of the cities. Now I have to place my entry widget. So I'll use the place geometry manager. Rel(x) is equal to 0.5, comma y is equal to 120. So I'm placing my entry widget on the screen. Now after entering the data in the entry widget, user clicks on the add button. So we have to have a button widget. Place it in the main window. Text equal to add. Command equal to add. It calls the function called add. Now I am placing it on the screen by saying button1 dot place relative x is equal to 0.5, y is equal to 150. And now let's have one more button for deletion. So button 2 is equal to button, place it in the main window, text is equal to delete in quotes, delete, and command equal to deletion is equal to delete. So this is the function. Add and delete are two functions for which we have to write the functionality. Now let's place the button 2 dot place rel x equal to 0.5 comma y equal to 200. So friends, we have got a label which says list of important cities. Then we have the list box. Then we have an entry box where user enters the city name and he clicks on the add button, so that when he clicks on the add button it calls the function add. And next, for when he wants to delete, he will click on the delete button and it calls the function called delete. Now let's write the add and delete functionality. So initially def add, okay. So this is the function def add and then brackets and then colon. Now I'm pressing on the, when I click on the next line it will be indented, and let's say value equal to text dot get. So text basically will be having the value which the user enters. So it is getting that particular value text dot get. It gets the value entered by the user. That value, let us store it in value variable. This value we have to insert it into our list box. So listbox 1 dot insert, I'll give end. To the end we have to add the item. Item is nothing but value. So whatever user enters in the entry box will be captured in the text. It will get the value and then it will be stored in value, and that value we are entering it into the list box 1 with the help of insert method. So this is for the add. And now let's see for the deletion. Def delete. So for this we'll say listbox1 dot delete. I'm using the delete method, and within the quotes, within the brackets, I'm giving it as anchor. Anchor means whatever item user selects in the list box will be the anchor. Anchor is nothing but the selection which user has made. So it will delete that particular item. So whatever is selected by the user is in anchor. Listbox1 dot delete anchor means whatever value user has selected will get deleted from the listbox 1. So this is the functionality for add and delete. So when user clicks on add button, it will add values, that is it will insert, and if user clicks on delete button, it will delete the values from the list box 1. So after completing this particular code, let's run it. So I've got an entry list box because I've not added any items. Then I'm having an entry box wherein user can enter the value. Click on the add button so the value gets added into the list box. So let's try. So let me enter Bangalore. Click on the add button. So Bangalore gets added. Now One more thing what we have to do is after entering Bangalore, after we click on the add button, then it should get refreshed, means it should be empty because user need not delete everything from the beginning. So for this, let us change our code a bit. After entering the value in the list box, let us say text dot set. Let us make it empty so that in the entry box the text value will be set to blanks. So now when I run the code, let me enter Bangalore, first item, click on the add button, Bangalore gets added and it has got refreshed so that we can enter the second element. Now let us say Hyderabad, add, it gets added. Now let me say Mumbai, click on the add button, Mumbai gets added. Bhopal, click on the add button, it gets added. So with the help of entry box, user can enter the city, click on the add button and the values get added. Now let me delete Mumbai from the list. So Mumbai and click on the delete button. So Mumbai gets deleted. Next let me click on Bhopal, delete, it gets deleted. Hyderabad, delete, it gets deleted. Bangalore, delete, it gets deleted. So with the help of two entry box and two buttons, we can add items into the list box and delete items from the list box. So the functionality, let us recap once again. Firstly, I'm having my label which is saying list of important cities. Then I'm having a list box 1 which is placed in the main window. Then an entry box wherein I'm specifying taking the text variable equal to text. Text is nothing but a Tkinter variable, so we have to define it with integer or integer variable or string variable. In this case it's a string, so I'm defining it as string variable. Then I'm having the add button and delete button. When user clicks on add, it calls the functionality add and value is nothing but text.get. Text is the text variable in the entry box. So text is the value whatever user enters. Dot get, it is getting that value and storing it in value. So whatever user enters is stored in value. Now that value I'm inserting into the list box with end comma value. So from at the end I'm inserting the item. And then after inserting in the list box, I'm setting my text dot set equal to blank. So I'm making it blank so that user can enter the second item. So this goes on as and when user clicks on the add button. Now if user wants to delete, he will click on the delete button wherein I'm calling the functionality function or method delete. Anchor is the one which user has selected, the item which user has selected. So it will delete that particular item. So hope so friends, it is clear for you. Let's run it once again and see. Firstly, let me add Bangalore. Add, it gets added. Hyderabad, click on add, it gets added. Now if I want to click delete Hyderabad, I can delete. If I want to delete Bangalore, I can delete it. So friends, hope so it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.